Hi Sagittarius, my LGBTQ family. So these are for you, whether you are partnered, married or in a long-term commitment. I think it's really good and important for us to have representation. Since I'm doing couples readings, I thought I would be remiss if I didn't include these. So I apologise to those of you that are singles. Unfortunately, I haven't got the time to make, 12 videos for you guys as well. I'm already making 24 of these on top of everything else. So I apologise to the singles. I will try to get something out for you guys, but if not, just know that you are also in my heart. And so I also wanted to offer a separate reading for the LGBTQ people because I think our energies are slightly different, right? So, well, not slightly. So we've got the Queen, we've got the High Priestess and the Empress for the ladies. We've got the Emperor and the Hierophant for the gents, and obviously the Lovers card to represent the union. You can find your coupling, partnership, whatever it is or isn't in there somewhere, I'm fairly certain. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you all on your paths to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a shuffle and then we are going to get into your reading. So let's see what comes up for all going all over the place. So for your first triplet, you have the Lovers card. So this triplet is actually about the health of the relationship as it is at this moment in time. So you've got the Lovers, the Emperor, okay, and the Hierophant card. Wow, okay. So what this tells me is whether this is a new relationship, whether it's an established relationship, it is solid, right? This is wonderful because it means that the partnership is really, the partnership be partnering, right? I love this. The Lovers card with the Emperor is, in a lot of ways, it's speaking to the fact that you guys have chosen each other at a really deep level and there is a strong sense of commitment there, which is wonderful. The fact that you have the Emperor and the Hierophant together means that there is not only a solidification of the relationship, but it may even be that you're looking at this and thinking, you know what, there is a lot of freedom in the relationship, but I don't need all of that. What I actually do want here is a good, solid sense of monogamy, which is beautiful, right? There's nothing wrong with polyamory. There's nothing wrong with monogamy. There's nothing wrong with any type of coupling, right? Love is love at the end of the day. And when I see this, it looks like a lot of you really are thinking about something very long term, like this could be my person. I would not be surprised if there are engagements in the comments of this video that I am hearing about. I'd be so excited to hear that. It looks like as well, one of the things that I find really interesting here is that it's not just like the relationship that's healthy. It's the sense of intelligence that you have with and from or in each other. So there's a really solid sense that, like, on intellectual level, you're equals. You have a really strong understanding of who the other is at that mind level, and that translates or feeds into all of the other levels of the relationship or the partnership as well. What's really intriguing to me is that it seems that you both have a good well, not intriguing because you're Sagittarians, right? But it looks like there is a dual aspect to the spiritual side of the relationship, whereby if you're not both in the same sort of sphere, there is a really strong sense that you understand each other's spiritual paths and or practices, which is lovely. Now, for the blessings of the relationship, you've got the Devil card. Okay. You've got the Tower, okay, and you've got the Seven of Pentacles, right? So a couple of things here, right? So this is the blessings of the relationship. I forgot to mention, as part of this video, I will have a little offer for you a little bit later, so stay tuned for that. But what I will say to you here is, in terms of because it's the Devil and the Tower, right? Honestly and truthfully, because the Devil card falls on top of the Lovers card, what this tells me is that one of, if not both of you, have a somewhat checkered past. Now, as the saying goes, I don't think it's in the Bible, but I think it's like a religious quote that says every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And I really I love that, because it allows for the fact that people are human beings. Do you know what I mean? It looks to me here like one of, if not both of you, have a little bit of a past, right? Who doesn't? But what this tells me more than anything else is that there is a solidification, there's a holding of each other in that. And it looks like one of you are going through a bit of a process at the moment that has been somewhat of a pattern for you. And it's like your person is right next to you saying, listen, I was here. I knew who you were when we started this thing. I know who you are now, and I know who you're going to turn into, pretty much. So it's kind of like there's no judgment, right, while you experience what you experience. And I think that truly is a blessing, to be in a partnership, in a relationship where you're not being judged for being the person that you are or having the experience that you're having. So I'm going to give you an example here. And it's just an example, so please don't take offense. But let's say you are constantly having problems or issues with your work or with your job, right? There's constantly issues, right? And so you change jobs and everything's fine for a while, and then you have the same problem and the same issue. What I'm saying here is, it's like your partner's looking at you and saying, okay, yeah, this is unfortunate and it sucks to be you in that regard, but so what? I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere because of this, right? So that's to give you an example of how this could be playing out. So like I say, one of you, if not both of you, have got a little bit of a past, and whatever the issue is, no matter how many times it's come up, you're making your way through it. In terms of the lessons, you have the Three of Swords, you've got the Chariot card, and the Seven of Wands, right? So the Chariot is number 7. Interestingly enough, you've got some really interesting dynamics here, because the Lovers card and the Devil card are linked. The Chariot card and the Tower card are linked as well. But in this triplet, you've got the Chariot card, which is number 7. You've got the Seven of Wands. 2 sevens represents news. So this is information or news that's come in that could be quite shocking. And as a lesson, navigating this, I kind of want to say that it may feel like your viewpoint is what's sort of under attack, right? And not from each other, but from the outside world. And so one thing that I want to kind of remind you is that staying power, learning to stick to something even if it is difficult or even if it is hard, is something that may be sort of coming up at this moment in time. With the Page of Swords here, there is a level of this maybe being about some type of either political climate or some kind of maybe like local environmental thing, because you've got the Chariot card here. So I wonder if this is kind of, you're looking at your local area as a collective and thinking, you know what, we are okay, but I don't know if I want to be in this area for much longer. I don't know what's going on in the area that you're in, wherever you are in the world, but it does look like things around you might be hotting up a little bit. And so I just want you to be mindful of that, so that it doesn't encroach on the relationship, right? You've done such an amazing job of supporting each other and being in this connection that you don't want the external world and whatever factors are happening there to start sort of making rumbles in the connection. And then your final triplet is the Six of Cups. Okay, that's interesting for a few reasons. You've got the Death card. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so look, the first thing that comes up is that Six of Cups. And this with the Death card, it almost suggests to me that there is like, or has been, a nostalgic feeling within the relationship, where maybe one of you is kind of like, maybe worried that once the honeymoon period sort of ends, things are gonna, it's gonna fade out or fizzle out or whatever. I don't see that being the case. You've got this Ace of Pentacles here as well. And so the future of the relationship looks very good. That Death card, it really does suggest that there is going to be, like, wherever you are at this moment in time, one of you, so if you live in separate places at this moment in time, one of you is about to move. If you live in like if you live in separate places, you'll probably move in with each other within the next 12 months. If you live together already in the same place, this does suggest that you will be leaving a place that one of you has been in for quite some time. What I can tell you with that Ace of Pentacles, it will be a move that is beneficial for the pair of you. So the central theme of the relationship, where is that? That goes there. So many of you will remember I used to offer a lover's spread reading, and I stopped doing those for the next week. It's only open for 7 days. If you would like to get a lover's reading, which is for you, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, if you'd like to get one for you and your significant other, you can do that. If you've got an intended that you would like to look at the connection with, or somebody that you're newly in a relationship with, we can do that as well. As I said, they're only open for 7 days. They will be closing after that, and they probably won't then be back until next year, because I've got lots of other things that I want to bring you. So there's a link in the description box below. Make sure you check that out. In the here and now, your central theme that is playing out is that both of you are going through massive changes and upheavals. And what this suggests to me is that the central theme of the relationship is that you have somebody next to you while you're going through a complete transformation of your life. For a lot of you, this is going to come with a move. For a lot of you, this might be about how you look, how you dress, how you approach things. It could even be that you start to go through this massive metamorphosis of your belief structure and your self-belief and your self-worth. For some of you, this might be that you're letting go of a career that you've been in for, X amounts of years. Whatever I will say to you is the central theme here is that there is big intellectual growth on the horizon and a huge shift in values. And I think ultimately underneath all of that, there is a thread where you guys are holding each other throughout the whole process. What could be more beautiful than that? I wish you an abundance of all of the good stuff. I can't wait to hear from you in the comments about how this is shaping up. And yeah, looking for some feedback on what is something completely brand new. With that said, take care, and I'll see you soon.